Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Shabinkar. I am presenting the last session in the Module 5 Basic Processing Unit in the subject Computer Organization. The contents are pipelining, the overview of the pipelining, basic concepts of the pipeline. Let us take an example of laundry for a traditional pipeline concept. Pipelining, how does it takes place in a computer? Pipelining is what? It's widely used in modern processors. So pipelining improves system performance in terms of throughput. Pipeline organization requires sophisticated compilation techniques. How does pipelining help you to execute the programs faster? It it uses fast circuit technology to build the processor and the main memory. It also arranges the hardware so that more than one operation can be performed at the same time. Parallelism, concurrency is achieved in the pipelining. In the latter way, the number of operations performed per second is increased, even though the elapsed time needed to perform one operation is not changed. Say, for example, you are doing you are doing four tasks. If single person, if I give you all the four tasks, he'll assuming one task is completed in 1 unit of time, that person will take 4 units of time. If the same task, if I give it to the four different persons, they will all will be executed in 1 unit of time, because that achieves a parallelism or concurrency. This concept is nothing but pipelining. Let us take a traditional example. You have a laundry. In the laundry, Anne, Brian, Kathy, Dave each have one load of clothes. Say A load, B load, C load, and D load. The laundry are two. Washer takes 30 minutes. Dryer takes 40 minutes. Folder takes 20 minutes. So here this is washer, this is dryer, and this is folder. So washer does washing of the laundry clothes, dryer dries the clothes, and folder will fold all the clothes which is processed in the previous two machines. These are the different phases of the laundry. Now you can see at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. A laundry will be given to the one second. Yeah. A load of cloths is given. A load of cloths will be given. It consumes 30 unit of time. Okay. So 30 unit of time for the washing, 40 unit of time for drying, and 20 for the folding. Now you can see 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 20 minutes each phase. So altogether it consumes 90 minutes for the laundry A. For the now laundry for the person A. Now you can see and other. This is traditional without pipelining. How it happens? The process has started from 6 p.m. up to midnight it goes. How does it? Sequential laundry takes 6 hours for load. 4 loads. 4 loads means what? A, B, C, D. How much? 6 hours. Each one is consuming 70 plus 90. 90 minutes. 94 and 9 4 are 36. So 360. Here you can see it is 360 divided by 12. Around 3 to, I mean 6 hours it will consume, because the machine also needs a rest. Now B laundry, after the first B first person's laundry is over, second person will start. Again it will consume so much of again 90 minutes. huh? Again, C started with what time? At around 9 o'clock, the C 9 o'clock night, the C's laundry will be started. Once it is completed, D laundry will be started around the 10 past 30. It will be started 10 past 20. So, in order to complete that, it may take midnight around 10, 11, 20. Now you can see if there is a pipelined laundry takes place, it will consume 3.5 hours for 4 loads. Load A, B, C, D. Now, since washing of laundry A takes place, drying of laundry while it is in the laundry, drying laundry, the washing is free. The washing can be done of the laundry B, and once that is free, the drying can be used for the laundry B. When it is busy, it can use the C for the washing. This is how overlapping of the operations can take place. Overlapping of washing as well as drying as well as folding. The person is same but can be used, and hence when you have the concurrent operations takes place, it will consume only 3.5 hours. Otherwise, it would have consumed around 6 hours, and the whole task of 4 laundries will be completed around 9 o'clock, rather than in the midnight. This is the advantage of pipeline. Which is depicted here, the same traditional pipeline concept. Pipelining does not help latency of single task. It helps throughput of entire workload. That means it is not affecting only for the one task. It is affecting when you have a multiple loads. The entire workload is affected. Pipeline rate limited by slowest pipeline stage. Multiple tasks operating simultaneously using different resources. Potential speed up is equal to number of pipe stages. Unbalanced length of pipe stages reduces speed up. You need to have a balanced one. Time to fill pipeline and time to drain, it reduces speed up. Stall for dependency. There should not be any waiting periods. Now again, I will give you one more example. In a kitchen, all of you are aware that uh, a housework, or you can say your mother will be doing concurrently so many jobs. She'll be busy with seasoning the sambar, cooking the rice, and washing the vessels, cleaning at the same time. She'll be cleaning the floor, the kitchen tiles, so many things. This are all can happen. If you try to do each task separately, it may consume lot of time. So many hours may consume. If she does everything parallelly, concurrently, using pipeline, it will be consumed. It can be computed or it can be completed very at the earliest. Use of the idea of pipelining in computer. How does it do? F stands for fetch, E for execute. So F is what? Fetch. Instruction fetch. So after instruction is fetched, it is placed in the buffer and then it will be given to the execution unit. So how? With pipeline, instruction 1 is executing. Instruction for first instruction is fetched. F1 stands for instruction 1. E1 stands for executing. While instruction 1 is in execution phase, it can be used to fetch the second instruction. While second instruction is in the execution phase, third instruction can be fetched. So with the help of pipelining, you can see that it uses a 4 clock cycles. If it is not used, it may consume 2, 3, 6 clock cycles may it use without pipelining. So the basic idea of instruction pipelining is used in the computer. Now, the same idea can also be extend to the other phases: fetch, decode, execute, and write. Fetch is F1, F, decode is D, execution is E, right? So fetch is fetch the instruction, decode the instruction, and after decoding whatever is the opcode is written, act according to that. If it is add instruction, it has to perform the addition. If it is a move instruction, it has to perform move. So that implementation execution will take place. If the result has to be stored into the memory or to the output device, the right phase is used. Basically, the instruction execution consists of the four phases: fetch, decode, execute, and write. Instruction buffers in between each of these. If the buffer is a temporary storage registers B1 to B2, B3. These are three registers can be used. Now, with the help of pipelining, when the fetch is taking place of the instruction one, no other instruction are fetched. Now, while decoding the first instruction, D1, decoding the first instruction, fetch 2 of the second instruction can take place. While executing the first instruction, decoder is free. Decode of the second instruction can take place. Similarly, this can be extended in this manner. Now you can see that everything, how many clock cycles it takes. It takes around 7 clock cycles with the overlapping or the pipelining concept. Now, if I know without pipelining, if it is used, each instruction will execute in the 4 clock cycles. So 4 for the 16 clock cycles it may require to execute all 4 instructions. But with the help of pipelining, overlapping, it consumes only 7 clock cycles. This is the very advantage. This is a 4-stage pipeline. Thank you. These are the references for the session 8.